Hello and welcome to the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexandre, and I'm a success coach, healer, creative, and future millionaire. If creating money and success in a spiritual and feminine way is your goal, this show is for you. Understand how to overcome your past, bring your soul's greatest gifts to the world, and up-level your income, impact, joy, and happiness. Join me each week to be inspired and uplifted as you learn the business, mindset, energetic, and spiritual shifts you can make to create your own wildly abundant life and business. Let's all rise together. Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexandre, and today I'm excited to dive into 5 money blocks to clear in order to grow your business. So these are blocks that may come up on your journey of scaling your business. So this is for those of you who have already created a business and perhaps you're bumping up against a glass ceiling, or you're wondering, okay, where do I go from here? I don't have any more time in the day. I'm not sure what I do next to grow my business. Maybe you've gotten over the initial fears that came with starting your own business or being seen in the world doing what you do. And now you are focused on growth. Now, if you're just starting out, this is also a great one to listen to because that puts you in the mindset of growth and thinking ahead. So before I dive into today's episode, I just want to share that it is warming up over in my Manifest More Money challenge group. It starts May the 3rd. And if you're not in there yet, I recommend you get yourself over there because I am actually leading the very first energy clearing today. As I record this, the recording will be available for you right away when you jump in. And we're taking people to sign up to join. We're accepting members until Monday, the 3rd of May. So make sure you get yourself on there pronto if you would like to experience this powerful work for free. If you're ready to up level from wherever you are right now, and it could be just, I'm in a job and I want to start my own business, or I've just finished my training and I want to sign my first client, right up to maybe you've created a successful 7 or 8 figure business already. I have worked with people at all these levels in my work clearing your money blocks, and I've witnessed the expansion and the abundance that's possible and available to you at all these levels. So just go to polyalexandre.com/manifest more money to get yourself in on the action. I will personally see you live over there every day next week. Plus we have a couple of warm-up sessions that will be waiting for you. So I have been doing work on my wealth consciousness since I started my second business. In fact, I started applying it to my photography business, which was my first business, and it had a profound impact on my ability to secure amazing opportunities, to secure recognition, like the cover of Martha Stewart Weddings magazine, extensive editorial coverage, amazing dream clients all over the world. I shot weddings in Tuscany, Sri Lanka, the south of France, Paris, all over the place. And this work on transforming my mindset to one of wealth and prosperity had an immediate impact on my existing business. And then when I brought it in to my coaching business, it had a really powerful impact, enabled me to scale my business very fast and raise my rates successfully again and again. So today we're talking about what are the money blocks that can come up when you're looking to scale and grow your business. What's really important is to remember that mindset comes first and then actions follow. So you may know what you're supposed to be doing to scale. You may have a long to-do list, but that doesn't mean that it's as simple as taking action. You may find yourself procrastinating, avoiding what needs to be done, perhaps focusing on the wrong things, just beating yourself up because you never get through your to-do list, or just stuck as to how you actually break through to that next level. Well, when we make these profound, deep changes in our subconscious mind. That then changes quite effortlessly the actions we feel called to take and how we feel about taking those actions. So, for example, instead of going from the old way of forcing and pushing and beating yourself with a stick, it's possible to come from a new way of creating, of spaciousness, of more than enough time, and of enjoying the process and finding it easier to move forwards with new actions, to try new things. So I strongly recommend that you focus on shifting your mindset first, and know it'll get much, much easier to take those actions. I see a lot of people trying to take the actions, and I've done this myself, trying to force myself or push myself into the actions I'm told to take, doing it in a very masculine way. But actually what works for intuitive, creative people, whether you're men or women, is doing it from a place of joy and alignment. It's doing it from a place that your mindset is in alignment with growth and prosperity and abundance, and it doesn't feel like a threat, it doesn't feel fearful, and it doesn't trigger stuff. So that taking action is just much, much easier. So let's dive into 5 money blocks you can clear to grow your business. So the first one, and this is a really big one, it's the belief that making more money means more time. So more money means more time. So, well, I'm doing okay, I'm doing pretty well, but if I want to double my income, that's going to involve a sacrifice of my time, and I'm not willing to make that, can go the unconscious thinking. And there can be a fear of losing time to look after yourself for your personal development practices, the things that bring you joy, your well-being, and then losing time with the people that you love, your partner, your husband, your children, your family, your friends. Shifting your relationship with time is a part of shifting the scarcity mindset. Now, when I started bringing in more money, what I realized is that I had just transferred my scarcity mindset to time. There was never enough time. There wasn't enough time. And if only I had more time, I would be wealthier. If only I had more time, I would be more successful. So if this is coming up for you, it's a sign that you have more work to do on your scarcity mindset, because it is actually a money block. The truth is that there is an unlimited amount of opportunity for you that doesn't require sacrifice or suffering to fulfill itself. Let me just repeat that. The truth is that there is an unlimited amount of opportunity for you that does not require sacrifice or suffering to fulfill itself. What it does require is a shift in perception and a willingness to adopt new habits and new ways of doing things. Okay, so let's go on to the second block. The second block is that it's dangerous to be more visible, so to be seen in a bigger way, perhaps heard in a bigger way in the world. This really comes up for spiritual people. I'd say it's one of the top money blocks that I see in people who are doing spiritual work in the world. And maybe it's as simple as a fear of being seen as spiritual. And this especially comes up in the early stages of your business and typically has roots in past lives where you were perhaps ahead of your time with the knowledge and wisdom you wanted to bring to the world. But the world wasn't ready for that. And stored in your cells is the trauma of being rejected, the trauma of your help and support being rejected. So when I work privately with clients, this is a very common money block that comes up around spiritual work. It can also be triggered by your friends and family thinking that you're strange or weird or you've gone crazy for talking about things that are not mainstream topics. If you are carrying this fear, it's going to be hard for you to expand in a bigger way Because when we worry too much about what people think, it's going to lead us to retract. Yeah, it's going to lead us to hide to some degree or other. Now, if you're a creative, it could be the fear of your work being rejected or criticized. This is really common because it can feel like your work's literally a part of you. So when you put it out into the world, if it gets criticized or rejected, it can feel very painful and very heartbreaking. So as a result, you tend to hide and hold back from marketing your services. So whenever we have a fear of judgment, a fear of what other people are going to think about our work or our words, we will tend to hide and hold back from marketing. We'll tend to hide and hold back from sharing our work with the world because it keeps us safe. If the judgment is threatening to our subconscious mind, its job is just to keep us safe, so it will do anything it can to avoid judgment. Now, money has to be able to see you. Money has to be able to see you. And if money can't see you, it can't come to you. So clients cannot find you. So it's so important to work on this fear of judgment and this unconscious concept that it's actually dangerous to be visible. So the third block we're going to talk about today is the fear of overwhelm. Now, this is a really big one, especially if you perhaps in a past corporate job, you burnt out. Perhaps even in running your own business, you've already experienced working too hard, getting ill, falling out of love with your business, questioning if this is what you really want. The fear of burnout can hold us from expanding because, again, we have to protect our health and our well-being. It could be the fear of losing time with family, children, and loved ones, but also the fear around managing a team and the responsibility. So I've seen people can be quite resistant. There can be a lot of negative perception around what it is to have more support, to delegate more, to hand over control for some aspects of your business, and to accept and receive support. And you have to be able to receive support. It's essential in order to scale. Nobody scales without support. In fact, I don't personally, off the top of my head, know any six-figure business owners that did it entirely on their own. Even if it's just one part-time or freelance assistant, it's essential in order to scale without burning out, without getting overwhelmed, and without causing a negative impact on your mental, physical, or emotional health. Really strong in those of you that are helping the world in some way, so particularly in transformational services, where you have clients whose transformation you're facilitating, whether that's in business, finance, health, spiritually, whatever way that you're facilitating transformation, there can be this very deeply held belief that helping more people will drain your own energy. And this is a capacity issue and involves healing patterns of codependency and feeling responsible for others' results. So when you feel responsible for the results of your clients, what can happen is like the clients are held like children in your subconscious, and it's almost like you've got to look after them. Now, we have soul contracts. This is a whole other topic, but we have soul contracts with clients. And sometimes they may literally have been your child in a past life or you theirs. That's a whole other podcast episode. But I do believe that we have soul contracts to help certain clients. And sometimes we can become overly responsible for their results. And it can come from a place of love and deep care. But this holding on to the responsibility for their results will hold you back from being able to scale in alignment with your energy. So really need to shift this belief that helping more people will drain your own energy and increase your capacity. There's so much I could say here, but I'm just going to share what you need to do today, and we'll go into this in other episodes. Okay, so the fourth block is the fear of success. We all want it. We spend all our time making vision boards, right? Dreaming of what it'll feel like to have that amazing impact in the world, that best-selling book, being on stages, to have all those happy clients, to have that epic villa with a swimming pool, to have a yacht, to have these fabulous holidays, spa trips, wonderful relationships, all of these things that we each have a unique mix of that represents success for us. But actually, a lot of people have a fear of success when you drill under the surface. For example, what will others think? When your income and lifestyle outstrips your friends and your family, and your income outstrips your partner, what are they going to think? How will they feel? Imagine them feeling like you have nothing in common anymore. This is a really big block. We're hardwired to belong. In earlier times, our survival depended on being part of a tribe. And so if we were rejected from the tribe, we simply would not survive. And so this kind of programming is still deep in our subconscious, this feeling like I've got to belong to my pack in order to survive. So it can trigger very deep primal fears, the fear of growing and scaling, because it means that we would then be in a different position to those who are currently part of our pack. This can manifest in the fear of others wanting money from us. And sometimes people have experienced that I've worked with, that when they're perceived to have more money than others, others will deem them to be responsible for providing, particularly family, parents or siblings. It can manifest in the fear of people judging us for changing, or people thinking that we're different, or we think that we're superior. And it can also be the fear of managing more money. The idea that more money is more stress. And I've heard this from people. Oh gosh, I've got to have a financial advisor. I've got to work out where to invest it. It's just more stress. I just want a simple life. I'm not in it for the money. But what we do when we reject money, we reject expansion in all aspects of ourselves. So even if money is not the primary motivator for you, rejecting the universe's natural flow of abundance is basically rejecting coming more fully into your potential. Okay, the last one is upper limits. The last block that you need to clear to grow your business is upper limits. So we all have them. They are beliefs and sort of set points around how good life can get, how easy life can be, how much freedom we can have, how much joy we can experience, how much happiness. And they're based on family background, on cultural and societal conditioning, and also on ancestral programming. If your family's always struggled, deep in your DNA is the program that life is hard, life is a struggle. And also past lives can play a part here. You may have struggled over many past lives in order to learn powerful soul lessons. Now, when I was a photographer, I'd left my corporate job when I was 28, and I was unhappy in my job. It wasn't playing to my strengths. There were aspects of it I enjoyed, but essentially I was unhappy because I knew it wasn't what I really wanted to be doing. And I just had this big calling to be creative and to have freedom. And as my photography business got going, probably 3 to 5 years in, I justified what I was earning, which was a fairly good amount for a photographer, because I was happy. And my story was, I earn less than bankers and lawyers, but at least I'm happy. So I had this kind of superiority of like, well, I'm happy. I'm happy. At least I'm not miserable. You might earn more, but I'm happy. And it's the price I pay. That was the story I was telling myself. This is the price you pay. You sacrifice money for happiness. And I also had a story that went on saying, I should be grateful for what I have. Don't be greedy. You have this wonderful job. You have fulfilling work. You have amazing clients, and you're earning good money doing what you love. That's enough. You see the upper limit kicking in there? It didn't occur to me to think I could double or triple my income because I thought that this was as good as it got. And then the other piece I want to touch on around upper limits is guilt. There can be ancestral or family guilt and feeling like, why would I have it so good when my ancestors suffered? Or why would I have it good when my siblings are struggling, or my mother's struggling, my father's unhappy? There can be guilt about having more than others. Okay, so I hope today has been interesting, and perhaps you've had a few aha moments. I'd love to hear them. Ping me a DM on Instagram or send me an email, support@pollyalexandre.com. I always love to hear your takeaways from these episodes. If you work on clearing these 5 blocks, it will have profound results on your ability to scale with joy and with ease. Remember, scale with joy and with ease. So I'd love to help you start this journey or up-level from the journey you're already on. In fact, lots and lots of my past clients and present clients are already in my free Manifest More Money Challenge group. And I invite you, if you're new to me or if you're already familiar with my work and you're ready to come back and get back in the powerful vortex that we all create together, I invite you to sign up for the challenge. It's pollyalexandre.com/manifest more money to sign up, or use the link in the show notes. I will be leading a group of you live through the process to creating more prosperity in your life, with daily powerful energy clearings to clear your subconscious money blocks, a vibrant community, and a beautiful workbook, because I think that the journey of personal growth should be beautiful along the way. So join me and hundreds of other amazing souls in this incredible opportunity to experience my work for free and to up-level your prosperity, your abundance, and your sense of possibility. Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm really grateful that you're here, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone that's left a review over the past few weeks. I really love and appreciate you, and this helps take the word about abundance out to more people. So thank you. I can't wait to see you over in my challenge. Go to pollyalexandre.com/manifest more money. That's where the magic's happening, and I cannot wait to see you there. This is an annual event, so don't miss out. Have an amazing and abundant week, and I'll see you here next week. Bye for now.